taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut, season off top, you stop breathing.
And salute Chris Brand. Yep, salute Taylor Teal. Might be good. Oh yeah, we're about to get right into that too.
Just in time. Y'all avoid the women's boxing topics. Like, shame on y'all.
It happens. Shouts out to everybody.
You know,
but nah, we fucking with y'all. Like, we know y'all fuck with it.
Yeah, we know y'all do actually watch the women's boxing.
Yeah,
but
y'all watched the card. What else were we doing? You know what I'm saying? We love this.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very quiet weekend for boxing. So a lot of things got done that weekend at least. So I mean, we're due to have quiet weekends of boxing, but next weekend is definitely not a quiet weekend of boxing.
There's a lot. Too much.
There's actually a lot of boxing. We'll get more into that near the end, but. Pretty much the biggest fight of next weekend is, of course, one Teofimo Lopez
takeover.
The takeover facing one Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor, for this time the WBO 140 title as well as the lineal belt. So
I feel like this is undisputed B or something. Like,
yeah,
he don't have to have the belts, but he's really still the guy. But
I mean,
but like on a lower level, like I feel like Catterall's that dude.
Yeah, because honestly, both these guys are coming off the part of their I wouldn't say their career worst. For Taylor, it's his career worst. And now, I've never liked Taylor, but I had to put respect on his resume.
We all do, yeah. We all
do. Because his resume.
I fuck with Taylor. You already know, like.
He's a dickhead.
Taylor's resume is deep. Like, Taylor wrapped up his division, and I have to respect that because he
had the best undisputed run, I feel like, of the era, probably.
Yeah, but the Catterall shit kind of, definitely it took a hit to his reputation because number one, he lost that damn fight. Like, he got knocked down for the first time. He lost that fight.
That's the robbery.
Bad losing.
That's the robbery of the decade so far. I don't care.
But then the problem is he didn't run that shit back like he was supposed to. Say he drew that shit out, and
kept getting injuries, excuses,
dropping 3 belts.
Yeah, dropping 3 of the belts, and it was just like, what the fuck is he doing? And it was taking him a long time to get healthy. Now he's coming off a long layoff, against someone who might actually be a little bit, that might be a little bit dangerous with Teofimo Lopez. Now Teofimo Lopez is coming off has been kind of shaky ever since he lost his belts to Kambosos. Like, I mean, the Campa fight was. I mean, he stopped Campa after a little difficulty, but he did not beat Sandor Martin.
And Campa's quality. We seen later on that Campa is quality.
He is quality.
He beat Sandor Martin. I mean, come on. No, I mean,
he lost to Sandor Martin.
He lost to Sandor Martin.
He got dropped.
And he got dropped
and was getting outboxed. Like, he was getting jabbed up.
I'm just glad the Bud fight was on because Bud was fighting.
I thought Teo just eked it out with I thought it was close of March. I'm not mad if you thought Sandor.
I'm not mad.
I mean, is it like? I'm not gonna say it's the robbery of the year, but it's one of those where I felt he lost. I'm not gonna like.
That's fine if you felt.
But yeah, like I thought he clearly lost. Like it's not like a Haney Loma where it could gone either way. Like I felt like Teo really lost it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he didn't look good though. Like that's one of the things. Like
his power ain't there no more. It feels like at 140, like it was. You know what I mean? At 130.
No, I'm not gonna say his power rate.
Nah, because he hurt Campo. Like
he hurt Campo, and I know Brandon Lee and him had a war. But I'm just saying.
And Campo and Lee could punch.
If Tay was a 135 fighting a Campo guy, during the takeover era, he would have slept that guy earlier. That's all I'm saying. His power's not there. I mean,
No,
we'll see. Maybe it's there. Nice. Maybe Android's right in his comment, but I don't know. I don't think.
Nah, because the thing is, Teo's still explosive. It's just depending on the style, he could be more explosive. Like, first of all, Ocampo, he was explosive in spurts. When he got backed up, he would get caught. But fast twitch muscles, he just faster. The talent, he beat dude off talent.
He did.
Like, that's really what it was. But against Sandor Martin, when he has to actually use some skill to go with that talent, it was kind of just hit or miss. Like, he didn't really have
struggle. It was struggle.
Yeah, he didn't have enough offense. Like, it was almost like Oscar De La Hoya, Pernell Whitaker, but Martin being Whitaker, but Martin having a more steady jab.
The tail just felt like a prime Berlanga against Sender Martin.
Yeah, like, you know, Martin couldn't miss those fucking overhand like lefts or shit that he was catching do with. Like, it was
because Martin was boxing this nigga up.
I thought the second time he got knocked down was more legit than the first time. Maybe it was both.
I mean, the first one was legit, but the second one was
more legit.
That was a knockdown. Like, that was a real knockdown.
See, that's the thing too. Like, what if he would have got both knockdowns?
Yeah, if he would have gotten both,
they would have drawn it. They probably would have drawn it.
And that's crazy. If I'm thinking he, and not just me. Like, there's enough people who think he won with the one knockdown.
I've heard that he won. I mean, I'm not gonna argue it. Could have won either way. I thought Tio. Yeah. Either way.
But yeah, like Tio ain't show me enough to really feel like to really I don't know, pick him against
Taylor. Yeah.
Taylor, who looks bad and could be hurt. But Taylor's tough and he's scrappy. Like, when he starts getting outboxed, he makes it rough. He tries to, forehead, like, not forehead check. He's not Warrington, but he tries to lean in.
He makes it dirty.
Dirty, rough, but because dirt, like, I don't think he makes it dirt. He makes it rougher, like
rougher. Yeah.
And he turns into a real mugging, like, fight.
I'm honestly not sure which version we're getting for either of these fighters, and this is what makes it tough for me to fucking pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes it intriguing too, though.
Because here's my 2 cents on this. For Taylor, I feel like Taylor has a style that like his style is meant to like for Tio. That's a bad style because he will fluster Tio. He'll he could make Tio he could put him a hurting on him. With his style, working behind the jab, the output, the roughness on the inside. Like, all of this stuff is all wrong for Tio. And Tio, that's a style that Tio could quit off of. But
I can see that.
The issue is, he's had the issue of, one, the weight. Taylor has, we don't know, he's been draining himself.
Although he looks ripped right now.
He does.
But even, ripped by, he could look ripped.
He looks like 154. He looks like he's
he do look big, Pete,
do you think he overstayed his welcome at 140?
Absolutely. I think he's killing.
Remember when he met Crawford and everybody's like, God damn, he's bigger than Crawford, and Crawford's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's really taking it. He's taxing his body to make this weight, and it showed in his last fight. Here's the other thing. The other thing that I've noticed with Taylor, and it's not just the weight, it's the output has, since the Prograis fight where he threw over 600 punches, he threw 700 punches against Prograis. That output has dropped in every fight since. In the Ramirez fight, he threw almost 500. Okay. At the Catterall fight, he barely threw 300 punches. That's not going to do it against Tio.
Yeah, he was too busy getting hit. That's why.
Yeah.
Nigga, you try that. Motherfucker dropping you in. See, this is the Catterall, what's his name? Tio ain't the sharpshooter that Catterall is, yo.
Yeah. No, Catterall's an operator.
No,
Tio hasn't looked as good as Catterall did, since the fucking Comey fight.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think honestly for both of them, it comes to one thing. It's Tio, if Tio actually works behind the jab, which he has shown
not happening.
Which at times he showed he could do. The issue is he doesn't do it enough. He would he did it against Loma, and we saw how that went. He won the Loma fight. Even against Campa,
smaller guy.
In Campa, he started the fight working behind
slower guy,
and then halfway through the fight, he abandoned it for no reason. You work
pressure. I got an ad lib for all of this shit. This the one thing y'all missing. All right, I'm gonna bring it. We motherfucking throwback. It's the same reason why I picked Taylor to beat Prograis. It's the stance. These guys, they fight on the front foot with the shoulder down.
Tio and
Prograis, but
they fight Prograis to some degree. They fight a little similar.
Some of it, but the difference is Progray's better.
Progray's better. Progray's better.
Progray moves his head more.
A little bit more, but they fight similar. Yeah, stance. They fight.
Similar stance.
They try to be slick on the outside. They try to be slick on the outside, and
but the thing is, Taylor already showed you that shit don't work against him. You gotta fight him.
Well, Catterall fights a little similar too, though. In that regard, he fights.
Catterall keep that jab pumping. These niggas, look. The point I'm getting at, look. Fucking Taylor, he steps to you with that jab hand basically halfway towards your face.
Right.
That's how he was controlling the rounds in the Progray fight for like the first half. He's gonna touch and control Teo more often than the other way around, unless Teo just does some Zab Judah shit back in the day early and wow, try to get the respect early on some like, okay, chill, you're not gonna be leaning on me, you're not gonna really be forcing the issue. But if fucking Teo fights behind Taylor with that shoulder down, with that lead hand down, it's a wrap, because Taylor is just gonna touch him all day. Like, pause. He's just gonna boom, pump the jab, get into this wheelhouse, rough him up, and you're gonna see Teo gonna eat left hooks and left uppercuts, yo. Like,
and get frustrated and get busted. Just like he did against Kambosos.
Yeah.
I can see Taylor stopping dude. Like,
if Taylor,
it could be bad.
Once Taylor puts it on the inside, then that's Teo.
Remember, see, Progray tougher, and Progray moves his head a lot. So even though he was getting outworked by Taylor, he wasn't getting beat up. So he was still able to have that late rally. He still had energy. He wasn't demoralized.
Yeah, Progray closed Taylor's eyes.
He should.
Yeah, but that head movement. Just the thing is, even though you making a nigga miss, it's that Sergio Mora syndrome where you're too much defense and a dude is getting off shots on you. He ain't gotta be beating your ass. But if you're just doing this and you're like, okay, bam, and then he throws 5 punches and he hits you with 3 or 2, that's still one more shot over you, and he's dictating the action. So
right.
That's what was happening until Taylor got tired, or he couldn't keep it up with that. And Progray is good. Teo don't move his head. Like, if he had fucking if Taylor gets the lead off on dude like that, it's over. Like me, if I'm Teo, you don't drop your fucking hand and you start off with that jab. Move, maybe try to fucking run Taylor into something, but I don't see Teo winning.
For him to run Taylor into something, he's gonna have to measure the distance. And he's gonna have to do that quickly. He's gonna have to find the distance, because I think his best shot, like if he wants to go for broke, if he wants to try to see if he can catch Taylor coming in with an uppercut, like Teo with an uppercut when Taylor's coming in. He's going to have to measure that quickly, like second round. Already know the distance and timing. Because
this down low can't buffer, bro.
Once Taylor gets on the inside, because Teo can't operate on the inside. Like,
because remember, a lot of times he's like this at an angle. He don't have a Birdo uppercut in his arsenal.
He tried the shoulder roll.
No, his shoulder roll is horrible.
Yeah, but
it's horrible. And he don't, and that's the thing. Like, at least Birdo had a fucking uppercut. You had to pay to beat up Birdo's shoulder roll. Like, at least he had an uppercut sometimes.
Well, Teo can throw the uppercut. It's just a matter of getting the distance and timing it correct.
Yeah, but that ain't really his punch. How often you really see him fuck up niggas with the uppercut? Like, at least Birdo, that's like Birdo's best punch.
I think for Teo, he could use the counter right. Like I said, if he can catch him with a counter right that he caught Cormier with.
Yeah, the lead. He's gonna have to turn shit around like Anthony Yard did. Remember how Anthony Yard was at like that?
Yeah.
That whole against Kovalev, and Kovalev is just bing. Like people don't understand, if you don't do the shoulder roll right, like, or certain styles you're not supposed to do the shoulder roll against, but
isn't Taylor a southpaw? You're not really supposed to do.
He can shoulder roll the southpaw. Like, you could do that. It's just it gotta be tighter. You gotta know. You gotta have your distance. If you can't shoulder roll a motherfucker who's conventional, if you fuck that up, don't shoulder roll nobody's southpaw. Like, just fucking stop.
And I feel like he's not. And I feel like because Taylor's a southpaw, that Teo's not going to be able to land that left hook either. Like correct.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because when he's coming on the
But shit, Gil, what's his name? Gil Clancy would say, "Hey, the left hook's the best weapon against a southpaw."
But it is, but not Teo's left hook. Teo kick.
So Teo only really got one punch for this fight. Like, and y'all niggas is picking Teo.
I'm not picking Teo. I'm just saying,
and that's a counter right. Pretty much, he has to land a counter right. But then, like P said, he has to make sure he has to measure his distance. Just like what Catterall did. Catterall was able to measure his distance all night and then dropped him.
Well, Catterall had a better sense of timing than Teo.
Yeah.
Catterall a real sharpshooter. Like he, like yeah.
Because Catterall might not be the puncher that Teo is, but he's has
shitting me. Them punches, I think they punch just as hard, or Catterall may punch a little harder than Teo. Remember, this is 140.
I think Teo is more explosive than Catterall.
I could agree with that. You know what? I could get that. He's more explosive, but I think like what's his name? Catterall is a sharper puncher.
He's a smoother operator.
He's sharper and he's got a better sense of time.
He fought a couple weeks ago. He fought like on those.
That's what I'm saying. He looked amazing. Like he beat that motherfucker dude.
He
like
he
dropped him the first time in dude career. Like
I just feel like it's like, because here's the thing. Even if Teo has success, I feel like even if Teo has some success early on, one of his biggest problem is he sucks when it comes to adjusting, because eventually Taylor's going to take away what he does well. He's going to take away that counter right, going to take him out of position, and then how's Teo going to counter with that? They don't know. That team doesn't know how to make adjustments.
And he already says it's going to be him and his dad in the corner. But then again, think on the flip side, Josh Taylor has a new team, new trainer or something. You know what I mean? So.
Shit, hold on. Let me hit these comments real quick, yo. Hold on. Yeah. Salute, Chris Brand. See you in here. Nicholas.
Right.
Chris, I think Taylor gonna TKO Teo by the 9th.
It's possible.
It's possible, yeah. I can see that.
Taylor said in the face-off, he plans on getting him out of there through round 6 through 8.
That face-off was terrible, but you couldn't look away. It was like a car crash.
Yeah, that face-off, yeah. One like Pete, like we were talking about. What Pete said. One was nervous, the other one was manic as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I was listening to a Taylor interview earlier today, and I was like, God damn, a different one. He just seems unwell, man. He
seems annoyed. Like I think he's been wanting to get into the ring again. Like he's been wanting to fight. But hold on, I have a weird feeling. This shout out to Android. What it do? I have a weird feeling Teo is going to pull this off. I know it's against everything we've seen. But Taylor is rusty, and Teo seems to show up for big fights when he's focused, and I think he's focused. So. I mean, he's back down here in his roots. Like he's really
I'm still, even though he's kind of semi-racist, I'm still rooting for Teo over Taylor. I mean, I'm probably picking Taylor, but
I'm not rooting for either.
People would say they're both racist.
I'm not rooting for either of them.
Yeah,
I know, like really, like
because the takeover in real time, the Roger takeover was dope to watch.
I mean, I feel like looking back at it, the takeover was kind of annoying. Like,
nah, I don't know. I was fucking with
it. He was in COVID, wasn't it during COVID time?
Yeah, but remember, Takeover peaked at the Loma fight. Like to me, Takeover was supposed to. Takeover took over, and then that was it. Like,
he took over. He took over, and ever since then, it's been super ugly for him.
Josh Taylor called a gay Asian club bouncer. Couple expletives.
I think I'm ready to make my prediction.
They're both big kids.
Yeah. Shout out to Rags. What it do? Nah. I need braids, bro. I'm working on that. Yeah.
You should just get a fade, like I do. Like,
Caleb Planner, Andre.
I couldn't imagine LB with a fade.
Is Andre? I mean,
I had one back in '99, like for the summer. I could have.
Caleb probably got a better win than Andre, right? Caleb Plant. I don't know.
Hold on, Caleb Plant or Andre, who has a better resume? I mean, I want to say Andre because he had two division champ.
He's beaten,
but
he has beaten.
Cole K might be as good as anybody. Plant is beaten.
You don't like the dog?
Both Android said both of them have racist incidents. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, wait. Oh, Android, you're my guy. You said Tio has been on cruise control since the Loma win. Sorry, Android, but to be on cruise control, you have to actually be in control.
Yeah,
which Tio has not been. He's been in anything.
Yo, for real, like I don't even think he's had like one hand on the steering wheel. Like this nigga in the back seat.
This nigga driving with his knees like
his
me
fucking
and shit.
pinky on that shit. Like
this nigga driving with his knees and shit like me, man.
Duh, like this nigga. Nah, he's doing the he's rolling up.
That's true though. I feel that.
Sipping on a Powerade.
No, because I mean I'm gonna say it again. When Teo won that fight, he was on top of the world. Y'all remember when Gervonta versus Teofimo was the fight to make? Gervonta?
Yeah, it was. Yo, that's true. That's true.
And then I mean, like,
but it was brief.
Then he had the COVID. Then he went over the Triller, fucked the bag up, got COVID, and it all falls down like Kanye, man. You know what I'm saying?
But one thing I will say is that like this is like if nothing else, this is the fight that could redeem Tio. All of that could just. We could be.
It could redeem both of them actually.
This is vindication. The winner is vindicated.
No, I mean,
but more so Tio though.
You're saying
it's equal, nigga. Shit, they both look horrible.
What you're saying is well, at one point Tio versus Tank was the fight to make. If he beats Taylor, especially imagine if he knocks out Taylor, now he could put himself back in the running for these big fights.
Right? Yeah, he could.
And I already feel like Tio versus Haney could be a fight to make. Like there's so many possibilities.
Remember, Taylor versus Crawford was a fight to make.
Yep.
And then after that, after the Catterall fight, it's like Crawford who? Nigga, stop. Please don't keep him away from Crawford. Like chill. Like Yo, real talk, Andre. I mean, nigga said Andre. My bad. Apologies. Android. This podcast, basically talking with y'all, chilling with y'all, pretty much got me hyped for this fight because I ain't really been like up for this fight. It's been like, like. Whatever.
I know. I was thinking about like that. I'm kind of hyped for this fight. I didn't feel that till we.
I've been ready for this fight because that's the only fight on this.
It's the 140 fight,
It's the only fight on this card that means a damn thing.
And hold on,
but see, we talked it down for so long. We're like, man, it's these redemption fight niggas.
We talked it down because both of them are like they're
fantastic.
So it's like
But if I hear Teofimo saying he's undisputed again one more time, if I hear Teofimo saying he's firmly undisputed one more time, I might.
That's why I was laughing when Taylor in the face-off was like, "You're not undisputed." Like,
no, they be trying to show that. They be trying to show that.
ESPN Top Rank, they always gonna fucking run that shit, and it's like, dude,
he was not.
Y'all have Haney, so it's like, right? There got to be some differential here, like. One guy was undisputed with 4 belts, but now you're trying to tell us this dude who only had 3 belts is undisputed.
3.5 belts.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, and then y'all always want to bring this new era shit. So if it's new era shit, then that's 4 belts. So y'all pretty soon y'all gonna make it 5 belts. Y'all gonna start recognizing the IBO and shit. Like it's always fucking something.
Yeah, and then Teofimo's interview today with on Fight Hub, he basically said, "Oh, when Usyk got undisputed, nobody else did, but when I did it, everybody followed me. Jamel got it after, and all this." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Even though everybody was already beaten, like he was basically a prospect. Everybody else was already beating harder, better fighters. To be undisputed, and he up here saying like
he started the trend. He said,
"Yeah, like nigga, cause
we started.
You had 2 good names, bro. Like that's good, but it's like damn, like
KO was nasty, but after that, yeah, it's kind of been.
I mean, he beat Loma.
Fair and square.
Well, yeah, he did, but it's like what he did after that. Nigga fell apart. Look, he looked mid against fucking
letting us know
Tremboses. He lost. nigga doing backflips in an empty arena and shit.
His wife's taking it. He asked, "Do he still got it?" His wife's taking.
Yeah, like but motherfucker turn that shit like a winning pose in Tekken 2, like in a stage or some shit. There's like nobody around. You're doing a backflip in a fucking field. Like nigga, the fuck is wrong with you? Go to the locker room, change, nigga. So it's like you on that shit. Then okay, like he didn't blitz Ocampo, like you didn't really, you kind of looked mid against him. You got him out of there, but you was kind of mid. Mm-hmm. And Sandor Martin, you arguably lost that shit, like, and you got dropped. So it's like against a nigga who's not known to be a puncher.
Yeah, he got
I actually wasn't as low on the Camper fight as others were. I thought for everything that he looked before, I thought that fight he looked okay. Like, yeah,
he didn't look bad. He just ain't look. He didn't get it back together against a guy who was kind of there for him. Like,
right.
I mean, to me, he fought Camper better than Brandon Lee. I guess maybe that's
why. Brandon Lee went life and death.
Yeah, but it's the thing too. He's at a higher level. Like that's like saying the Zab fought Casimir Rivera better than Berto fought Casimir Rivera. Zab is a fucking former undisputed champion, 2-time division. Berto was a goddamn fringe contender prospect.
Right. Getting
dropped by this dude, but still, there's level. It's just same thing what we do with the Taylor Postal and Crawford Postal. Postal and I'm sorry, Taylor was like a prospect fighting Postal. Crawford, a former like a champion, unified champ, whatever. Like, so it's levels. Like,
you think it's gonna be a good fight though? At the end of the day, that's what we're here for. It's gonna be a good
it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good fight. Like,
it'll be a good fight.
It's just hard to make a prediction. Like, who do we
What's our predictions on this shit? Like, yeah,
I'm gonna go Taylor by unanimous decision.
So as a beatdown, what's the scores?
I'm gonna say 9-3. 117, 111. I think that he's gonna rough him up, and Tio's not gonna have a lot of answers. But I do think what's gonna happen is, I do feel like they're like at the end of the fight, like as the fight goes to the end, like Taylor's gonna kind of wind down a little bit. I still feel like he's gonna have effects of like slowing down because the weight and all of that. But I think he's gonna do enough work in the first half of the fight that like Teal's gonna tire. I think Teal's gonna tire. By round 10, he's gonna be exhausted. There's not gonna be much left to him.
And Teal ain't gonna hit Taylor's body like that to make the weight, because to make the trainer the difference either.
All of that physicality, because Teal can't, like I said, Teal can't handle fighting on the inside. So all that pressure and that roughness and that physicality, it's gonna tire him. So he's gonna be tired by this 8th, 9th round,
physically and mentally.
It's gonna be a really bad beatdown.
So I think Taylor's gonna drop off, but by virtue of like Tio not doing anything, because he's not gonna be able to take advantage of it, because he's gonna be even worse shit. So
okay, let me ask you this then. Is it like a Jermaine Taylor-Uma fight where Taylor just kind of beats his ass for 8 rounds, and then the last 3-4 rounds he kind of just cruises, clinches, that does enough to just win the fight and be done with it?
I would say that's a good comparison, except without the excessive clinching.
Okay, because Jermaine, damn, I said Jermaine Taylor and then Josh Taylor. Because honestly, I ain't seen that fight in a minute, but it's one of those fights where I watched it plenty times.
Yeah, but I mean, this is
but Josh Taylor's not the puncher like Jermaine Taylor.
I mean, I like Jermaine, but like that was one of the things I always hated. Was look great for the first 6 rounds. By the last 3 rounds, he's holding on for dear life. Literally,
right. Even against niggas he posted mollywop.
Literally holding on for dear life. Like,
but one thing, he was landing like he was landing mid-work combinations on Uma. He was landing like jab, right hand, left hook, uppercut, like, and all of them landing like with at least 2 knuckles and like everything perfect. I'm like, God damn, like if Josh Taylor lands some of them shits, I ain't gonna lie, Tio done, yo.
I just hope that, I mean, I hope Josh ups his punch count. That's the only thing. Like, if the more punches he throws, like, let me put it like this: if he throws 600 punches against Tio like he did against Prograis, he might get him out of there. Like, he'd probably get him. Is
Tio gonna offer the same fight Prograis did?
Right.
Nope.
That's the question.
Nope.
Because you remember, some of these niggas is like Canelo. Like, they're not gonna really. They throw enough. Like, Taylor hits hard enough where he doesn't have to Clarissa Shields the goddamn fight.
but even against Ramirez, where he was cruising, even though they tried to fuck him, he still threw like 500 punches. Like,
yeah, but see, he was the way he said that. But see, he was hurting Ramirez a lot of that fight. They stole a knockout from them niggas. I bet Taylor KO this motherfucker. Like,
he hurt Ramirez, and then it seemed like whatever. Like,
yeah, after they stole the knockout, he was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I should have enough in the bag. Until he was hearing them scorecards, and niggas was getting tense. Like, hold on, wait, what? Like, maybe I shouldn't have winky righted it. Like,
yeah. But I think Taylor's gonna win this fight. So,
oh shit.
Elby, what about you?
Taylor by fucking I want to say it could be anywhere between the 8th and 10th round. I want to say 8th round. Like,
too late. Oh no, 8th round is fine. I'm gonna say 10th round, too late. Taylor doesn't really get late KOs. Like, all his KOs come like in the either early or like.
But this is different. I think. Look, I feel you. You're right. But this one of those fights where it's an intangible game. Like, Taylor, like the intangibles for Taylor. Even though we're like, oh, Tio has to win this. With Taylor, it's. Taylor's an asshole, so these niggas got a chip on their shoulder, whatever. And he's fighting another guy who's an asshole. So it's like two assholes. They always just shit all over each other. So these like Taylor, he really wants to beat this motherfucker ass. All the little shit talking and everything, he has to look good. So niggas can forget about the Catterall fight as well.
Right.
So when you add that to him just really being a rougher guy, stronger physically, and just being all wrong for Tio, who has to be perfect or really turn into a more balanced fighter to win, I think he just mentally carries Tio too fast, and then he kind of just runs him ragged till he stops him. And mark my words, like, you might see some type of fuckery with the corner with Tio. You might see some type of foul. I could
Tio Senior doing some crackhead shit.
It could just come from. I could just sense the energy. Like, yo, like, nigga might have to look at the tarot cards or some shit. I don't know, man. The hangman, the upside down nigga on this one, like, somebody gonna do some fuckery, bro. Like, this might be the tower, like, motherfuckers falling out the tower. Like, there's some different shit. Like, the fight is going under the radar for one of the most buzzing divisions.
Right.
This fight is gonna have more than we expect.
Right. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be a barn burner. I got Fimo by decision.
Ooh, wow. God damn. I can see this being a good fight, though.
I think it's gonna be an intense fight all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And the surprise of it, because everybody's picking Taylor, the surprise of how Fimo's gonna come out is gonna win him over with the judges. They're gonna be like, damn, this nigga looks good again.
I'm picking Tio too.
But I do feel you like Tio has to look good early to really stand a chance.
For the record, I don't think that Tio has to come with the perfect game plan. I just think he needs to come with a suitable game plan.
He's got to be good. He just has to be good.
Let me ask y'all. If it was a close.
No, hold on. Wait. Let Kingpin finish. Hold on.
I was gonna say the problem is the game plan that it would take for him to win this fight. I don't trust his corner to execute because his corner is a bunch of fucking numbskulls. Like they don't like they'll have. I feel like they go in having a game plan of, okay, we're gonna do this, and then that just is predicated on the opponent not saying, okay, well, you're doing this. Okay, now I'm gonna do this. Now try to adjust to this. And when it gets to that point, it's like they're like, okay, we don't know what to do anymore.
No, they're like, yo, knock this nigga out. They'll literally say shit like, yo, hit him.
But that's real shit, because not all these niggas play chess, yo. It's like, yo, he keep hitting you in the stomach, nigga. Better guard it. Otherwise, he gonna make you throw up your lunch, nigga. It's certain ways, certain corners talk, nigga. Some corners break it down. Some corners will be like, the corners are just speaking to the boxer. What's gonna reach to the boxer? So if you got a boxer that's gonna be like, hey, nigga, go in there and get in that nigga. Pause.
But like,
dude, but they're not even saying no shit like that. Yo, the Cambosis fight, dude, was pretty much like, he was getting mad at Tio. He's like, yo, why aren't you not hitting him? Like, what did you do? Nigga, bro.
That nigga
I don't ever want to be training
like
a nigga
fan from home.
Yeah, dude, you up here, you screaming at your son on some like that. That's how, like, honestly, that's the
Are
shit.
You scared? Are you scared of something?
Like, why you not hit him and hit this guy? Like,
no,
nigga, that ain't no advice.
That's A plus TV, nigga. That's all I can say. That's a good answer.
But you still picking Tio by decision. At least King P talking about Taylor by decision. But your pilot, man. What was he trying to say? Like, what's your pick, bro?
I mean, I want, for the longest time, I think Taylor was going to win, maybe by a late stoppage, embarrassing KO. But I kind of want to think. I think Teo might get a close decision victory. It might be some, some sort of controversy behind it, but I just feel like if Teo can keep it close enough, they might, not say rob Josh Taylor, but they might want to give Teo redemption or if it's close enough. But it has to. I mean, Teo is going to have to box, not perfect, but going to have to at least. He can't go in like the Cambosos fight and fight like he was like Marvin Hagler in War. You know what I mean? He can't do that shit. But he's definitely going to come out aggressive and assert himself. But I think if he can make it look close, I don't think he's going to be able to knock Taylor out. I don't know if his power's there, but I would love to see his power make an appearance from 135. But I don't know. But I think officially, I'll say Teofimo by decision.
What decision?
I'll say he wins like really close, like 115, 113 across the board or some shit.
Is it a split? Like majority?
I say unanimous decision.
Unanimous. I got unanimous too.
Unanimous. 115, 113. It might be exact like Haney card, just to cause some controversy or some shit. But it'll be.
But if it goes to the cards,
we might get up 8-4 for Tio or some shit.
If it goes to the cards, they're not going to give it to Taylor because they're going to be like.
I feel like they're going to give Tio the fight unless it's clear. Unless Tio gets dropped and he gets beat up bad.
Unless he's beating his fucking ass. Unless he's whooping his ass the whole time.
Unless he's whooping his ass, yeah.
They're not going to give it to him on the card.
I can see that, but it's. I mean, like you Android, y'all low key on to something, but man,
I do think we're gonna get a knockdown by him. So
yeah, and that's basically part of my prediction. I mean, I think Taylor's gonna win a majority decision, and I think Taylor will probably knock Teofimo down at least twice in this fight.
Damn, what's stopping the KO?
Damn. Well, to have a majority decision means there's a draw, and you got Taylor knocking him down twice.
Hey, this is TR. I know. You think I don't know? This is TR.
Didn't I tell you there'd be some fuckery controversy?
Yeah, controversy.
I'm trying to think, like, how many rounds would Tio have to win to get knocked down twice and still get a draw on his card?
Dude, look, you might have a point deduction.
Point deduction.
Honestly, the more I'm thinking about it, this fight might be Tyson Ruddock too.
The second one?
Two, that's what two mean, nigga.
No, I heard Tyson Ruddock. I didn't hear that.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, you heard a second?
No, I said low key. I think this could be like Tyson Ruddock too.
Oh, okay.
Like a bunch of fouls, rough fights, a slug out war, but one dude obviously being tougher and better.
Okay.
The I forget the scorecards, but yeah, like any of the young boxing fans, if y'all want to see a great Tyson fight, other than like his knockout fights, but like a war, like the closest thing you'll see for Tyson being in a fight of the year is Ruddock 2. I know they said Holyfield 1 was a fight, but because it's popular, but
yeah,
that's like saying Garcia Ryan was a fight of the year. Not as bad, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean Tyson versus Ruddock 2 is it's you credit because the amount of clean shots those two were landing on each other was just like for 12 rounds. Like that shit was insane. That
I'm not calling out Abeabutu Tua, but look, if that fight happened this year, like right now, if we got a fight like that, niggas would call it fight of the year.
Absolutely.
So that's how. So I'm gonna let you. If you're a Mike Tyson fan, if you're a young fan, whatever, you hear this and you want a good Tyson fight, I always look, watch Tyson Ruddock 2. Like
it's a sickeningly brutal fight.
The second one made up for that first bullshit fight with the bullshit stoppage.
It's low key a forgotten fade in a way because a lot of people don't talk about that fight like that. Like
because it's the last fight before Mike Tyson went to prison, but. Low key, if he probably didn't go to prison after that fight, because they both took a lot of damage in that fight. Like Ruddock pretty much got. I think Ruddock was probably done after that.
That was it. That was his last.
That was it for him. Yeah.
After that, he got KO'd by Lennox, and that was the end of his chapter.
Yeah, Mike at least had 4 years to recover from that fight. So
shout out to Joshua. Oh, by the way, Rolly got the gift of the year robbery versus a grandpa, and boxing fans are still fucking with him over his best friend Teofimo. His stock really dropped.
Shout out to Joshua OG. What it do?
You're like the boxing stepbrothers for a second.
You're right. You absolutely right. Like Rolly's status is higher than Tio's.
That's because Rolly's still funny and entertaining, while Tio is fucking annoying. So.
Yeah.
Wait until Rolly says something about the blacks, and then you'll see that shit come to an end.
Rolly is black himself. If you say something about the blacks, I'm like, what? You're black. You cute.
See, and that's the thing with Tio. Tio seemed like he wants to be in the culture and cool, yada yada yada. But as soon as things don't go his way, he turns into Paulie Malignaggi,
right?
And that's just not cool. Like, and honestly, that's what's kind of like. And like I told you, he's been down here. Remember the whole. Like it kind of like he abandoned New York now, and it's like it's like I'm back in Florida type shit. And he's been down here promoting, been at the gym and everything. Like, but that whole racist shit kind of like turned me off.
They showed the gym he was at in the Face Off in Florida.
Yeah, I used to go to that gym. I know the Level Up, like fucking unless they made it because it closed at one point, but. I remember it being in Pompano, I think off Copens, but yeah, I remember long. I'm trying to tell you what year this. 2008 or 9. But yeah, like it was upstairs, downstairs. You had I think the MMA down there, upstairs. Downstairs and the boxing upstairs. But yeah, it's dope gym and everything. But yeah, like. I saw like he had a meet and greet and everything. He's been down here at the gym, whatever, but somebody like that, like I was a fan of dude too. Like I picked him to beat Lomachenko, but I was just disappointed. Like I can't lie. So like
right.
So I can't,
I picked him over Loma by knockout, but I was still happy as hell when he got the decision. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the takeover, maybe in hindsight it was overrated, but it wasn't. I think because during COVID,
it was a fun ride.
During COVID times, those quarantine cards, he was knocking dudes out. You could hear those punches. You know what I'm saying? You could see the motherfuckers fall. And he was doing those little those little Fortnite dance. I don't play Fortnite, but he was doing those little.
Hold on, he spent most of COVID damn fucking off.
Yeah, exactly. It was
before, you mean before the COVID? Like damn, Pilot, your timeline fucked.
Before the COVID, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID threw like shit. COVID killed that nigga career.
Yeah,
well, it killed his marriage, killed his career, killed everything.
He's selling interviews saying she's taking half and shit. I can't see my kid. Like, goddamn.
Well, I mean, You picked her.
Hey, in the Nakatani episode,
old ass broad that
the mom, his mom and his sister, were told
they warned you.
They told you, and you didn't listen.
Don't use that as an excuse. You picked her. So
yeah.
Anyways, I'm just hoping we get a good fight. So
that's what it comes down to. Like I'm one thing. I'm glad Tio's in better spirits. He don't look as mentally gone, even if it's a fake persona facade he's doing right now. But
he looks manic as fuck. His mind is gone. Like this motherfucker.
Yeah, but not like the whole. Like it's a different type of gone. The other gone was somebody took my puppy I got for my birthday and threw him off a bridge.
he be saying some silly shit. I was laughing at the face off where Taylor was like, "You a piece of shit. You a piece of shit."
I'm all of it.
And Taylor was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm the." I'm like, "Oh my god."
He said, "I'm all of it."
He's so fucking corny. Like
he said, "I'm a Scottish Italian." It was cringe. Just cringe.
Yeah.
He's not
trying to do Taylor's accent. Yeah,
I'm wearing my man dresses and all this kind of weird shit.
Yeah, it's like he trying to be cool, and it's just like, bro, like that's not your. Stick to the Fortnite dances and being goofy, like
and
you
doing
trying to
backflips,
like, and the backflips. Like when you do that shit, like it's all good. Like that's the thing is like some of these motherfuckers shouldn't be talking. Like we in this goddamn podcast culture now where everyone think everybody think they saying some real shit. Everybody think they spitting. Everybody think they got hot takes, and these motherfuckers you don't. Boxing is the best thing you do. Boxing is your talent. Focus on that. Like, like keep the shit talking to a minimum or get better writers or something, nigga. Because like when you get frustrated and the first thing you getting racial, it's like, nigga, you losing fans. Now niggas want to see you get fucked up.
Yeah, they can keep the blacks. Fuck you mean?
The blacks, like what the fuck? Like
a lot of niggas be watching boxing, dog. A lot of niggas be watching boxing.
That's the biggest red flag. I hear somebody say the blacks.
The blacks, like what? Who the fuck are you? The blacks, like, dude, like honestly, you gotta read old, like, and I'm talking about if you're used to reading literature from the 1989 earlier, you see that shit, the blacks. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about like newspapers and periodicals, shit like that.
Once I hear the blacks,
I'm like, God, the fuck out of here with this.
I already know what type of time you're on once you say
right.
that.
Yeah, that's beat your ass. Like, who wanna meet you after you say some shit like that? And you come on, bro. Like,
mm-hmm.
like you have to knock niggas out. You gotta be balling on some Kobe 81 point shit. Like you gotta throw 81 killer instinct combos now because like at least Kovalev races and he knocking motherfuckers out until he got knocked out.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like we see that's the thing, like y'all motherfuckers be like, it's just like King P was saying last week on the rants. Motherfucker, like if it's funny, entertaining, like we'll rock with it. And I mean, we might not rah support you, but we'll rock with it. We'll respect it, whatever. You know what I mean? We'll keep it moving. But like when you just fall apart and you just hear fucking pure unadulterated racism, nigga.
Right.
And frustration. The blacks.
The blacks.
Nigga, fuck you. No one's gonna rock with you for that. Come on, bro. So yeah, 8th round knockout, TKO, quit job, whatever the fuck. There's gonna be fuckery. A towel might be turned into a paper airplane or some shit. I don't know. But it'll be good for the sport if we get a real knockout and no bullshit. Like
definitive winner,
yeah. And then like hopefully he go to 147 and handle business up there. Cause I don't know, man. Cause he get any better fighter, they're gonna go for that body. They gonna.
Yeah, he's gonna say his welcome at 140. You know what I'm saying? Like that picture piece in a couple days ago, he was looking like a junior middleweight. You know what I mean?
He was looking like Alberto Ortiz looked next to Cascanda that time.
That cut gonna be this week might be a bad look for him. Josh Taylor, he's a big boy. You know what I mean? He's pretty old. I mean, not old, but he's old. He don't got much years left. You know what I mean?
We'll see. Anyway,
he got the best. He got one of the best resumes out there. Like, Josh Taylor has literally made every fight count.
I was looking at his box rec. you have to scroll down to see O'Hara Davies who's in line for a title shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the
you really gotta like he's beating like damn everybody. Like that's like him and Jamel Charlo.
Yeah, exactly. Some Jamel, yeah.
Yep. So